phones. How you doing, Neil? How was your trip to the doctors?
I'm done it now.
What? What, you never went for that appointment?
No.
No.
You said it's too far gone, mate.
I want the scan on your fingers.
Hi, and welcome to Dripping Coils. Tonight, I am vaping on the Rock Mod stabilized wood, blue, as you can see, Mulsupper. And it's got some cheesecake in there. And I'm vaping on the Galactica with the Hadley. And I've got some lemon cheesecake in there. Then I've got the Limelight Freehand S with the Hadley, and I've got some Vaping King grog in there, and that's yeah, I could do that. Galactica again with the Hobo 1.3, and that has got custard on it, custard in it. That's it. Jamie, what are you vaping on?
Hello all, thanks for watching as always. Yet another show. Right, I'm vaping on tonight, the usual same shit as a normal vape on, the Mini Kint 150 watt, you know this, 22 mil, Tsunami, and I'm vaping on my usual shit. I won't bore you with the details, but yes, it's 12 Monkeys Manga Bees. I'm just gonna, you know, I don't know, own some shares in it probably. What you vaping on, Ash?
Hi all, I am on Toaster Mod with Hadley, and I'm vaping on the normal stuff, the Twister Lolly.
Dun, 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 dun. Right, okay, yeah, this has all gone quiet, and we're only what 2 minutes in. Right, okay. What we doing?
We over to you, Neil, first.
Yeah, I'm just sorting something out, lads. Sorry.
I can get the news bit out of the way if you want.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah,
Joe.
go for the news, mate. Right. And then
okay.
He's not.
Nellie's on YouTube chat. Hi, Nellie.
Oh, yes. Hello. There you go. Oh, I can't spell. Hello. Hello. Hello.
I better sign in with a different account, surely.
Yeah, probably.
Who's in the website chat then? Mum, help with kids. Jay, help with dog. Woof, woof, laugh out loud. Is that Joe?
Probably. Yeah, he wouldn't know how to log on YouTube. Oh, right, okay. Right. So, as you know, for the last couple of shows, most of the stuff has been TPD this, TPD that, 2 mil tanks, you can't do this, can't wipe your ass in public, can't stick mods up your ass. Usual general government bullshit. And on one of the shows, we had I showed you that MP video where he was all for vaping. He agreed with some of the rules in the TPD that he agreed, you know, that should come in. The others are just complete bull crap. So it looked at first, it actually looked good for us. Get out the European Union and be able to make our own decisions, and hopefully, reverse some of the TPD regulations. Not all of them. Nothing will happen overnight. It may not even happen, but you know, there at least was a chance. One of our brethren on our Facebook page brought, if I screen share it, which I might, Possibly. Well, that's just cocked that up. Right. I will screen share it when I learn how to use a computer. Right. You got this one. Yep. British light torch TPD starts to evaporate despite MP support for vaping. Like in the last show, loads of MP supported vaping. It's healthier, and there's not the risk to death and cancer as what there is smoking cigarettes. Though it's not 100% clinically proven for definite, but they have proved that it is a lot safer. And you know, he said his son was on smoking cigarettes, extortionate amounts of fags, and they bought him an e-cigarette, and he's never touched them since. So he likes e-cigarettes. He likes what they're doing. He likes what they're doing to the smoking community. They're coming off of cigarettes. They're using it to quit, same as most of us, or most of us take it as a hobby. But I didn't say that. But it seems, looking on some other reviewers and some of the stuff that is put up on Facebook, there are little loopholes. Like you go and buy a TPD compliant tank that holds 2 ml of juice with the atomizer to match. It's all regulated, and then they put an extra glass tank in there that then knocks it up to 4 ml. And that's what they're doing in these little kits. That's so you can get more. So they're giving you a TPD compliant one, and then they're not so. Basically, as we all know, you're not allowed to do that. They're picking up on stuff like this now. They're also picking up on the fact that you can buy juice in 30 ml bottles, 100 ml bottles, because it doesn't contain nicotine. And then you go and buy nic shots. So you're adding your own nicotine to those bottles. They've now picked up on that. But I look at it this way. We spend everybody has spent such a lot of time boasting at the fact you can do all of this, that you can actually get a TPD compliant tank and then completely balls it up and then make a 4 ml tank out of it. Everyone spent such a lot of time going, this is brilliant. There's loads of loopholes. Then turning around and actually saying that there's loopholes. It isn't going to take certain people very long for it to get back and then them to find out these loopholes and then try and implement changes on changing it. And what I'm sharing basically says exactly that. That our government has taken a very lax view on the vaping regulations. I don't know if they have or they haven't, but that's what they're saying. And you know, like stuff like this, where the bloody hell? It's like that. See there, TPD came into law. For one example is tanks that come with a TPD compliant 2 ml glass fitted, but a larger one included in the kit. Another is a well-known tank which has a 2 ml capacity when filled with a special fat coil, which you know we all know. But it becomes a 4 ml when you get a standard coil that actually fits the same tank. So they're actually knowing all of this. So what they're saying is now everything that goes within that kit that they sell. So if you're going to sell the TPD compliant tank, which has already gone through the regulatory, policies with the TPD, and they've agreed that it's fine, anything else within that kit, they're saying has to go through them to be compliant. And they won't, because they know for a fact it's going to be over 2 ml. So they'll turn around and say, yeah, and just you won't have it in the kit. So it's. But what did you expect? Everyone boasted. Everyone was like, yeah, well, you can get around it this way, nic shots, do stuff like that, do stuff like this. It wasn't going to take them long to fathom it out and actually work out that there are some hefty loopholes in it. So pretty much we've shot ourselves in the foot, to be quite honest. And that's basically it, really. There you go. So basically, we're fucked. Not to put too fine a point on it. I don't know if it will change. I don't think it will, to be quite honest. After I've seen this, that they want to put, they want to go all through it again, and now get rid of these loopholes and add more stuff to it, I think we're well and truly screwed, to be quite honest. Will it ever change? Will the government ever turn around and say, well, it's an EU directive, they brought it all in, we're now not part of the EU, so we don't have to abide by it? Will that happen? I don't know. But no idea, really. Right, over to you, Neil. I've had enough of my bitching session.
Yeah, obviously, it doesn't involve squonking at the moment, but I think it will do. There's been words about the squonking side of it, but I don't know how they're going to regulate a normal plastic bottle.
Well, they're not. I'll tell you what they'll do to regulate it. What they'll do to regulate it is they will make sure that they'll probably make sure the bottle's got. It'll have to be 10 mil because you can buy 10 mil. You can buy 10 mil. E-liquid bottle, so it would have to hold 10 mil of juice. So you're not really doing anything. The only different things you're doing is instead of dripping it into a let me stop sharing. Instead of dripping it into a tank that holds 2 mil, you're just dripping it onto a coil. It's still a 10 mil bottle. So I don't know how they're going to try and get round that.
See, the thing is, what I can see what's happening anyway, even if they say, right, the bottle's got to be 2 mil, right? They'll put a 2 mil bottle in, if you can get hold of them, right? Put a step in, and then you just pull the step in and put your own 8.5 mil bottle in. So they're not going to stop it. Whatever the government's going to put in, I think there is going to be a loophole or someone to get around it. I don't think they've properly thought it out yet. But like you say, it might change when we come out of the EU. We don't know. It might go worse. Because like we discussed the other week, it might go worse. But I think we're better than some other companies, mate. I think the 2 mil capacity on tanks, I think we're fine. The people who start now, the only people who are going to suffer with it are people who, like us, right, who are used to the 5 mil tanks and stuff like that, and 3.5 mil. And we've got to go down to the 2.5. The ones who are actually starting vaping now, and probably started 6 months ago, it's already been sort of bled into them anyway, sort of with the 2 mil tank. So I don't think it's going to affect them as much as us.
Shut your bird up.
And yeah, it's
Right,
hang on, I'll just mute myself and I will.
And I hope the RSPCA are watching tonight. This is how you strangle a parrot.
He's got a stickler.
Yeah,
that's all right.
Calm down, boy. You want to turn around and say if your parrot swears while we're live, you get a forfeit.
Yeah.
Then all we got to do is teach it to swear when he ain't around.
Wonder if the pirates have ever had trouble with the parrots like that.
Places of 8, places of 8. Right, have you got anything?
I don't think we're going to be totally fucked, mate. I don't think we will be at all. The thing is, it's got to be regulated anyway. It's got to be, and it just some of the rules now are stupid. I don't know why there is a limit on 2 mils and stuff like that. I think they could regulate it, put their energies elsewhere. As long as the tanks are leak-proof as much as possible. It's near enough impossible to make a leak-proof tank what's sealed, completely sealed. Because even the cigarette pens, they leak.
Yeah,
I don't care what anyone says, they leak.
It's called mastic and duct tape.
Yeah. So you do have leakage on all tanks, slightly.
I'm glad you added tanks to that. You didn't just leave it as we all have leakage.
Nothing wrong with a bit of leakage. Yeah.
Especially at your age.
Yeah, it's old age, prostrate and all that, mate. Yeah.
You mean prostrate or frustrate?
Oh. Right, have we got anything in chat?
No.
No. Got 9 viewers though.
Yeah, 9 viewers for a change. Better than none last week. Yeah. Thanks for using 9 accounts this week, Dad.
You sign on to this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's.
Read YouTube chat, Jay.
I think.
Have you seen my reply?
Yeah.
Right, I just want to address something. Apparently, some people are having trouble with getting the top, well, not the top, the actual sleeve of the hobo off. And if you see, there's the hobo, and you just pull the top off like that. It just pulls off like any other. But this is what they're having trouble with, right? Because you can pull as much as you want, you will not get it off. Just a bit of advice is turn it so the air hole is level with your posts. And make sure it's got to be perfect level, and then it will just slide off. Hang on. It should do. Hang on. It does this, mate. And
it was all going so well.
It was going all so well. I've got really, really slippy, sweaty hands. Apparently, people have been really having problems trying to get this off, and I've never have. And now...
You are now.
No, it's just I've got it in the wrong position, that's all. There you go. Right.
That's
basically, if you look, if it focus...
Daz is in.
Right.
Hi, Daz.
Can you actually see that groove there? Is it focused enough?
Not really.
Let me have a look. Let me have a look at myself.
That's
right,
better.
You see that groove there? Come on. Right, there's a groove there. Just there. And that's got a slot in your top cap there. You can see it. I should have gone on the close cam. There you go. There's a little groove there, and basically you just slide that groove onto the groove there, and it just slides on. I don't know why anyone's having a problem with it, but apparently people have been really having a lot of problem with it, and I don't know why. And now my
Tell you what, Neil, you fucking hero. You've saved the day.
I haven't saved the day at all, mate. It's just a little thing what someone said, and I said, right, I'll mention it on the show because someone said it. If you are having trouble with it, just have a look if it's lined up properly, because I think it's a good idea. It locks it basically. So it basically, because it's like that, it just sort of locks it away like that. Yeah, his dad's watching, did you say?
Yeah,
congratulations, Daz. He looks absolutely beautiful, mate. Congratulations, pal. Yeah, so it's just weird things like that. I think people just go, oh, I can't get it off, and not actually look at the engineering side of things. That, hang on, something might move here or something. If I can work it out, surely anyone is not that stupid, surely. Has anyone got any new stuff coming just lately? Because I know I have. I've got my new rock mod, and I'll show my new toys. And I got that.
Box.
Yes. And as everyone knows, Daz actually says to get this because it's such a little nice tank. I might do a rebuild on that next week. I've not even tried it yet, so I don't even know what it's like. I've just not had time. And I've got the Pulse 22 as well, what I've tried. So I might do a review on both of them next week. So we'll actually be doing a review.
Just a quick one. On our episode 8 video we done, there was a comment on there 4 days ago. John TC1, thanks for the review. I'd like to see you compare this to the George, which I think is an awesome Atty I got from GearBest for 15 quid.
I'm not even going to go there. Right. Yeah. Right. Here we go. That's the whole ball.
That's it. That'll be a long show for a dripper build, eh, Neil?
Thanks, Daz. Thank you, mate. Trolley. Yeah, as you can see with the thingy, it's not the first postless one we've seen, but it's a postless deck. So I'll probably we'll do that one. The only thing I don't like about it, I don't know why, but I do not like gold decks. I don't know why. It's a thing I've got. I do not like gold decks. That's the only thing. But at the moment, I don't like about it. I don't know what it vapes like. I've literally got these a day ago. I thought there's no point doing them this week because I cannot give you an honest answer. They've been out quite a bit, but I think they've been out a month or so. They've been out, maybe 2 months, one of them. So I want to give it a good try myself and then tell you what I think. There's no point me just setting it up and then give it a good blast. I need to put 30 or 40 mil of juice through it and just tell you what I think of them. And the preference of that one you said, I wouldn't like to put a £15 Atty against a high-end Atty. Well, it's not. Hobo's middle. Sorry, not Hobo. The Flav is middle range. What, about 85 quid, something like that. So it's getting up there. I wouldn't like to prepare it, I don't think. But if that lad is listening now, you can send me a link and I might let me have a look what it's like. And if I think it's going to be really close to it or might beat it, then I might actually buy it. So if you send me the link, what you're talking about, if you're listening now, I will will put a message down onto him actually. If he
episode 8, mate.
Episode 8, I will say if he wants me to do a review, send me a link and I'll have a look at it. If I think no, it's not going to be, because obviously Daz will probably get this more than a lot of people. When you have so many tanks and Atties like you get used to what sort of works for you and what doesn't. So if I got the Flav and then it was a different kind of style deck, what I've had before, and I know that the Flav beats it, there's no point buying it. There's just no point at all. Because it's no fair competition. The only way to get a fair sort of thingy is getting one what's a very, very similar deck airflow and thingy. That's the only way you're going to get a fair sort of analogy if it's better than that one. Because a lot of these vapes, they're not, some of them are better, but some are not. They're just a different style of vaping or a different taste or a different kind of, a totally different kind of vape. So it's I don't know, it's here and there. But the thing is, if I test it and I say, oh yeah, the Flav's better, the thing is, he might get it and think that the other one's better than the Flav. Because some people like the Flav and some people don't. And it's like the Hadley. Some people love it, some people hate it. And it's like every single Atty. Some people like it, thingy. So the bit of advice, get it if you think it's any good, then get it. If you think the Flav might suit you, get it. And then if you don't like it, sell it on the sale page. Because you'll only probably lose, what at the moment with the Flav, probably 10 quid. Do you know what I mean? But at least you've had a go and seen it. But the thing is, the Flav, for me, is quite a good vape. I really like it. And I still use it now. I've just not used it today because it's in my car. Because I'm going out tomorrow, so I've left it in the car. With my car mod. Oh, yeah. Sat down. Got a car mod. I've even got fishing mods. What I'll go fishing with.
Then he's just put who has salts.
Is he talking about Dr. Salt?
He's not about Dr.
so.
Salt. There's a certain shop, Neil, that it's not too far away from me that does them. I will be picking some up tomorrow.
Yeah, I've been told about them, mate. What I've been told, I have not experienced this self, so I only can go off what me personally have been told.
Daz put tried them, mate. Was okay, nothing special.
Yeah, that's what I've been told. But then other people, I think it's going to be one of them things. Some people are going to like it, some people are not. I've been told it's different.
People are going to have their own opinion.
A throat hit, but more of a sort of a nicotine sort of a cig kind of rush. So you get, like you did with a cigarette first in the morning, you got that woof, sort of, it gives you more of a hit like that. So you don't feel like vaping the same. The people I've spoke to but it's different strengths. I think it's 20, 12 and 5 at the moment. I might be wrong, but I'm sure that it's 20, 12 and 5. And I know the person who was talking about giving them a rush, it was 12. And they're normally vaping on 6, so that's why they probably get the nicotine rush. But even 5 would be too strong for me. Apparently, it's meant to be slightly stronger.
Nelly said a quicker nick hit.
Yes, basically, you are getting a stronger kind of hit from smaller doses. But even 5 for me is going to be way too high because I'm on 1.5 milligrams. I'm near enough on the verge of being zero nig. And
you're right, Neil. They come in 5, 12.5, and 20 milligram.
Right, I want 5 off. Sorry about the 12.
Daz tried the 20. It was a killer.
So you're used to 3, I think, Daz, if I'm not mistakenly. So trying like 12 is just. I know you probably tried it off a friend. It's just like, wow, yeah.
He said the throat hit was way too much for me.
So if you tried the 5, then you might find it better. I know someone who told me that the throat hit was less for them. So, but they are not going up as much as 20. I think it was a 12.5, sorry. I don't know what's different about these salts. I know that obviously the thing bigger. I don't know the process difference to them, how they get the nicotine. Obviously, it's a different way.
It's a salt nicotine, but I'm not sure how they get that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I couldn't go into that. Maybe that's a thing that we could maybe talk about next week a little bit about the salts and find out how they actually process it. So it gives people more of an insight about these, because I think they are going to be coming about. So people are going to be a bit intrigued to buy and try. And if it works for you, great. And I think anything what's going to improve someone else who's on the board or going back on cigarettes, keep them off the cigarettes, I think it's a bonus all round. Yeah. See, I'm past the wanted this cigarette stage. I'm totally... touch wood, I'd never touch a cigarette ever again. But I couldn't done it without vaping. I do own vaping my life. I do. And that's why we do what we do, and that's why I think, as people probably seen, it gets a bit drama-y and it gets a bit, some people get a bit emotional about vaping and stuff because everyone thinks deeply about it, because literally it has saved people's lives and they've seen the life quality that you've got is fantastic. I don't think it saves you money. It saves some people money if they don't collect things, but as you know, most vapors, it's you spend a hell of a lot more than you do on cigarettes. But on a whole,
more of a hobby. It's more of a hobby.
Yeah, it's more of a hobby. But the thing is, I've never looked at it I know some people do that. It's cheaper. Oh yeah, I just stay on one e-cigarette, and I stay with that one. It cost me 50 quid, and I've had it for 6 months, and it saved me tons of money. That's fine. That's great. But the thing for me, what's kept me stop smoking, is all the shinies, the interest all the time, because it's changing and it's different all the time. And yeah, it's slowing down for me, for definite. I'm not saying I'm done, because if someone says, "Oh, I'm done, I'm not going to buy any more gear," everyone sort of laughs at you, because yeah, it's not true. Because every time I say it, I see something else and I think, "Oh, God, that looks
Yeah, I must have said, no, I'm not going to buy a new mod. I must have said that about 5 times, I think. Now it's my last one, and I always seem to come home with a new one.
Well, I said I was done, right? Before I went on to Squonking. I went on to Squonking, now I've got 8 Squonk setups. So last year, actually, someone pulled me up on that the other day. Said, "Thought you'd done last year. You said that last year you'd done." And I said, "Yeah, you was right." Because, yeah, they did pull me up. So, yeah, so.
Oh.
Sorry, my little lad.
It's all right, mate.
He had my wife's bra on his head. He came running down. So that's why I smiled. He's only 4, so yeah. If you don't know me, yeah, he's only 4, so he just run around with my wife's.
If he was 19, mate, I'd be a bit worried.
I wouldn't put it past Elliot, actually.
Yeah.
He's not. Well, yeah, he's 17, but yeah.
Yeah, but with Elliot, it would be funny.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's 12 watching. That's fantastic. Well done.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Brilliant. Considering last week, fantastic. Because more, whoever's watching now, just put comments into the chat. Don't be into the Facebook chat. Don't be scared. Anything you want to ask us or think it, even if I've got to change my camera and go down and show you something, not a problem. We want to run this, as we've said before, we want to run this off chat eventually. So literally, it's your show. And we just answer questions. And if we can't find them, we can actually say, right, carry on talking, and one of us will actually search it for you live on the show. We don't mind that at all. I think it would be really, really good, that, actually.
Yeah.
I've took the label off, so I'm not advertising.
No,
Much.
I think everyone knows what that is, but never mind. What's this parrot doing? I know I look like a pirate with a parrot on my shoulder.
Daz has said, can you show him how to dual coil a dripper, please?
Fuck off, Daz. Oh, God. Daz, I know you could do that. Not a problem.
Do it with your eyes shut, mate.
Daz could do it. Eyes shut, lying down, asleep in bed. I mean, if someone's struggling, Daz. That's what I mean.
Yeah, someone's struggling, Daz. So in other words, can you show Neil how to do a dual coil build in a dripper, mate?
I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to take my glasses off. They're steaming up, look.
Full of hot air.
Well, I'm sweating, mate. I'm sweating because I've got lights, obviously. I've got lights over me, so I'm sweating around the eyes, mate. I don't know if it happens to you, mate, but no. I've got quite bright lights here, haven't I? So, yeah, I can do a dual coil if they want me to, but
He says, sorry, it was for anyone else.
What do you think? Shall I do one?
Yeah.
I'm not very prepared, but I can do. If you carry on speaking, and I can just grab some wire. Right.
But Dad said he'd quad build it.
Right, hang on.
Ah, that was it. I just love the way he says, "Let's talk between us." So, any IT issues, Ash?
Nope.
Right, with all the people in live chat, as you know, we've got a chat page on our website. Do you think we should knock the website chat on the head and just run the live chat on YouTube? Because it seems like there's no one on our chat.
I didn't see Joe's comment on the website chat.
He's put, "Can you show me how to be a bin lid like you?" Allah Akbar. I've come off our chat anyway. Point of being on there.
Yeah, I'm gonna come off.
Yeah, seems like a good idea, but just need to watch the trolls like last time. Don't worry, mate. I'm Ashley's. Both me and Ashley are under the Dripping Coil Show admin. So if we see anything like that, it'll be bye bye. So I wouldn't worry about it.
Sorry, lads.
That's all right. We had an in-depth conversation while you were away. It was fucking thriving in here.
Yeah, I bet it was. I bet you didn't say anything.
There we had 50 viewers. You've come back. We've dropped
You've
the
come
12.
back, and they've like literally hung themselves and gone.
Thanks. Right. I'll do it on the Hobo dual coil.
How long does a timeout last?
5 minutes, I think, or 20. I'm not sure why.
He's already done it. Did you put him in a timeout or just delete his message?
No, I put him in a timeout for 300 seconds.
Who was that?
Joe.
Oh, good.
Yes, Joe, you've been put in a timeout for 300 seconds, you naughty boy.
Right, let's sort of start this from the beginning, and I will literally. I'm not guaranteeing which camera I'm better off with.
Oh, I'm getting dizzy.
Oh.
There we go.
I can see this all going Pete Tong.
Right, is that going to work?
That's it. Like Dazzy's comment.
What?
Serpent BF build, mate. Show how easy it is.
Oh, the serpent?
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, Daz. I'll do that. Right. I might as well. Let me get me camera software up, and then I can zoom in and stuff. And can't. I'm not ready for this. You know I'm not. Control panel. Get that off. Advanced settings. That can go. Autofocus off.
Joe should be back in a minute.
There we go. Look at that. Right. That. Is that okay, lads?
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. Hang on. Hang on. Just let me put this down. I'm using the box for the Serpent Mini. the Serpent tank tripper. I'm using the box. Right. There we go. Right. There is 1, 2, 3 holes on this one. And I think Daz is going to see, because obviously I haven't used it, and he knows it's a bit of a pain in the arse to actually get this cap off here. But I've actually cheated a little bit. I've actually already had it apart, Daz. And yeah, I've took some of the O-rings off. So literally, I will just push it now. And the top cap will come off like that. So if you take one of these O-rings off there, and then that will come out like that. And then that is the silica peak blocker for the single, sorry.
Neil said if his building has the show been extended.
No, it'll just be cut short.
Yep, as everyone knows, I am not the quickest builder. I am not, and I do not. Right, these 2 screws already out. So if you look down like that, like I just did, let's see how thingy are.
It's off the camera at the minute.
There we go. Sorry.
That's it.
Right, that'll be better. Right. So you get your wire.
That's a said. That's a said. If you just juice the O-ring, you don't have to remove any.
Yeah, I just thought I couldn't be asked and just did it. That's right. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 reps.
What size spindle are you using?
I'm using a 3mm, and it is stainless steel 24 gauge. I've got at the moment. It's just what I had on hand.
Melski's put what? Neil's building. Are we going to see his trademark dance move where he pops a leg out?
Oh God, I'm never going to live that down, am I?
Nope.
Right. So there's my coil. It's not the neatest in the world. I'll just back that one off to make it a bit neater and pull. This isn't going to be as neat as some coils. I'll just get a pair of pliers and give it a pull. There we go. There we go. And then basically, this is hard on camera, by the way. I will put one in one, leave a gap, and put it in the other. And then basically...
Joe's back, Ash.
Oh, is
sorry,
he?
I'm left-handed. See that coil there?
No. Seriously.
Just push it down there, leave the corner. Then this one here. Just put it around the corner. So there you go. There's one coil done. And then we'll just pull that out for now. And then I'll do my other coil. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And take the
Aaron's just joined.
I know, I've answered him.
Take the leg off. And I'll give it a little bit of a tug with the pair of pliers. Just get both legs like that and just give it a tug. Right. I'm just going to have to turn my atty round the other way. And put it in.
No, don't push it.
Then put it in the opposite leg. So you put that one in that one and that one in that one. So Put them in there like that. So pull the leg like I did the last one. Pull the leg, pull it to the side. Next one. Pull the leg, pull it to the side.
As I said, why haven't you tightened down the first coil?
I just don't do it this way yet. You can do. I'm sorry, Daz. You can do it that way. You are right, mate. But I'm trying to. I'm just doing it as quick as possible, aren't I? Right. So you just clamp every single screw down. Sorry, I am blocking. So clamp that one down as well. Then clamp that one down. Just push it down a bit to make it level. There we go. Not the neatest.
Love you really, Joe.
Not the neatest coil in the world, but I will tidy this up. Right. So your legs are there now.
Not being funny. Look at all that wasted fucking wire.
Well, I'm doing it in a rush, mate.
You could rewire London Underground with the amount of wire you've wasted there.
Never mind, I've got shitloads of it. Right, just ping these off.
Back on the naughty step, Joe.
Yeah. Ping that one off.
You cut yourself, Neil.
No, mate. What? No. No.
Yeah, you have.
You
Oh,
have.
yeah. Hey!
You've literally cut yourself. That's why I asked.
Right, so all I do now is stick that back in the coil there and just give it a bit of a pull over.
Mel's put, just think how much the excess would cost if it was copper.
Yeah. Right, that's basically how you do a coil. Then what I'll do now, check the ohmage. That's not right. I know for a fact that's not right. So I'll just tighten them up again, just make sure. Put it on there. And all we do now, get my tweezers and give it a bit of a stroke. I normally get the coils better in this, but just give it a bit of a stroke. Give it a pinch if you want to. Some people don't like pinching. And again. And on the other side. Some people don't pinch, some people do. I know Daz doesn't pinch his coils, but just because I'm not dead tight because I'm not using my other coil. Like what you want is now, you want these. You're getting these straight. Near enough glowing. There you are, dead even now.
As I said, oh my, you'd have been better off just grabbing a handful of wire and just throwing it in at that.
Why? What's wrong with it? Right. Right. It's not the neatest, but obviously we are limited on time here. And
No, we're not.
No, we're not.
You've got loads of time. What's your ohmage?
I will tell you in a minute. I just want to play with these because right, I am not the neatest coiler, but building isn't my strong point. They are. They're not bad now. You know what I mean? They're not bad at all. Let's give them a burn. There we go. As long as they're equal. There we go. The ohmage. 0.2. 0.2 Phil. It's a low build. Of course it is. There you go.
That stainless you've used.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause it's cooling off and randomly going down.
Yeah, it will do. It will do with yeah. So, right. And what you do is get a bit of cotton, something like that, nice and fluffy. And you need a little piece. Spin the end. Looks like a bit of like a tampon. And push it through. And then again with that one. Cut the excess off. And there's not much here now because I've done it basically. So it's just basically the ends I've screwed up basically. Right. Then all I do is just curl these up. That's it. The wells on these are so deep. They're pretty deep. And again, make sure there's a gap in between. You'll be able to see there. Nice and fluffy as you can see. Pull some excess off. That fluffiness won't matter in a minute once it's wet. Daz said there, I think Daz has only said because he didn't think I could do it live on camera. Because I tell you now, it is hard to do a build on a camera. It really is because, yeah, especially live. If I mess up, it's there we go. That's a dual coil. It's a bit fluffy. What shall I put on it? Oh, a bit of custard. There we go.
It's a bit fluffy.
A bit fluffy. There you go. Give it a good soak. And I'm not going to put it on the mod and vape it. I'm just going to show you that it will fire. So once it's like that, and it's a bit wet, let it soak in again.
Daz has said you can use less cotton.
Right, okay. It's the first time I've built on this, so yeah. See, I'll leave a gap. I'll leave a gap there. I like loads of cotton in though. I don't know why. I like a really soaked wick. I'd see how it vapes does.
So you don't like? So you're not keen on Brazilian?
Yeah, I do, mate. Right.
Like a bit of wire wool.
There we go. You see it bubbling, look.
I think you've overjuiced that somehow.
Oh yeah, definitely, mate. Right.
You turned it into a fucking boiled kettle.
Just touched it.
It's not hot. It's not that hot.
You just went, oh shit.
No.
Yeah.
Did I? Oh, it didn't actually, yeah, mate. Right,
Joe's
that's it.
like, don't blame your tools.
No, I'm not blaming the tools, mate. I take a lot more time with my coils, and I'm just trying to do it as quick as possible on camera. As people know, I can build the best of them, but my coils aren't neat. But as long as they're tight and thingy, do you know what I mean? That's not a bad build, now, is it?
Yeah, Daz is like less cotton. You will get better airflow around the coils.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, mate. Totally agree with you. There we go. Well, shall I put it on a mod and give it a vape? Let's go up now. Go up to normal view. Normal.
Yeah,
view.
I want to see your vape molten lava.
Right, it'll be fine now, mate. Right, let's get that off. And no, I'm not focused. Auto focus on. And there we go. Right. Right. I will put it on.
He likes.
Hey.
Joe's but Daz. He likes the hard suck.
Right. forgot about this. That's not adjustable pin.
Aaron's got a question for us.
Go on.
Come on in.
Fire away.
In about 30 seconds when you get what we've just said.
There you go. I see what you mean about the cotton, Daz. I totally agree with you now, mate. Hang on. I've only got one air hole lump, and that's why.
Aaron, what happened to girls as well, lol?
See, the thing is, I've not used this tank before, so that was someone who's building for the first time on a natty. So next time I'll. Yeah.
What do you think of the simple mech mod? Aaron, the one answer to that: do you know how to build? Do you know Ohm's law? Do you know battery safety? If you can answer them questions, then run a mech.
And I totally agree with Jamie what he just said.
Simple. You know what? Basically, that's to sum it up. If you know how to build, you know Ohm's law, and you know battery safety, then buy a mech. If you doubt either one of them three, don't buy one.
Right. That should be better now. I've got more airflow now. That was with one air hole and hardly blocked off because I've pulled some of the cotton away now, Daz. So let's see the difference, mate. Oh, wow. And who said the mechs are shit? And they don't hit hard and all that shit.
Oh, he wants to know if it's a nice mod, lol.
What's a nice mod? Which one?
Read
YouTube chat.
YouTube
I've got mech mods, and then I've got mechanical mods. And here's the difference. Thank you very much, Daz. I hope you enjoyed that, mate. That's and I did a build without snapping any legs. Yeah, it's.
What was that? So you're flapping around.
The coil I just put in that, it's a bit hot for me, so I'll probably change it. But I don't like loads and loads of clouds.
Milky Bar Kid's in, I think. I think that's the Milky Bar Kid Xbox Gamer reviews.
Yes, that is Bobby. Hi, Bobby. How you doing, mate? Yeah, someone's thumbs us down. Thank you very much.
Yeah, notice that.
Oh, fuck me. I was on the wrong account. Now he's on the right one. I was right. It's Bobby.
And the thing is, these 13 watching now, that is fantastic. It's really,
it's
really
amazing.
good. Thank you so much for the support. And the thing is, like Daz asked me, can you do a dual ball? I went off, got my gear, and I was doing it within 10 minutes. So that is, hopefully I can go into a bit more detail with it. Yes, I'm not the neatest. I should have got camphor. I thought I had camphor, and then I looked at stainless. So yeah, stainless really should just stroke it. Don't squeeze it too much. If I knew it was stainless, I would have got me other jig, what does it a lot tighter. So yeah, but I didn't. I just used that. I used it by hand because I do some coils. I do mechanical builds by hand and just use a pair of pliers. Yeah.
What?
You and your squeaky bum.
It was my chair.
Yeah, right.
Nothing to do with my ass.
Pretty obvious when your face comes back into camera and it's like,
That's only because I semi-shit myself.
Right, I'm going to have to
That
rebuild.
said, can you explain the difference between a mech mod and a mechanical mod? Tad confused at that comment.
Mech is directly to the battery. A mechanical is normally a MOSFET. The MOSFET is normally a regulator, so you cannot short. It will not fire if you got a hard short or a short, and it will regulate that basically, and it will give you more regulation on your battery, more of a consistent rate basically.
Yeah, but I've seen a mech mod be called a mechanical mod. They've just shrunk it down.
Well, I watched something the other week, and they actually said it on the page that it's not a mech because it's got a MOSFET. It's a mechanical.
Yeah, but a mech mod is a mechanical mod.
Yeah, but the mech is directly to the battery. A MOSFET it's not regulated, but it is in a certain way.
Well, then that's a regulated mod.
Yeah, but it's not.
But it's not.
It isn't, if you know what I mean.
Because
it works different.
Because you've got mechanical. When people refer to a mech, they just shorten it down for a mechanical mod. Because when you go at certain vape shops and you say, can I look at your mechanical mods? They give you a mech. It hasn't got a MOSFET. It's just direct from the battery.
Right, okay. Maybe I'm wrong. If I've been pointed wrong out, I put my fucking hands up. But there is a bit of I think there is a difference between a MOSFETted mod and a directly to the battery. Some people say the better. Some people say the finger. I've got a MOSFET now in one, and these are obviously just straight to the battery.
Yeah,
he lost his wig.
Neil, the mech and the mechanical are the same thing, because a regulated mod is basically it's got a circuit board, basically a circuit board that regulates the power.
Well, I'll ask Daz a question then. What would you call a MOSFETted mod then? Is it a regulated, or isn't it?
Well, a MOSFET does regulate it. If it stops you from shorting out, even though it's direct from the battery, if it stops anything from shorting out, there's something in there doing it, which means it's got to be a certain board, surely, a certain chip that stops it doing that and regulates the power supply.
Yes.
So it's got to be a regulated.
But it's not a regulated. What people are thinking with you can adjust the wattage and all that. No, it's not. It's just a chip basically to regulate you. It regulates.
Yeah, Daz has said semi-regulated. It's a semi-regulated mod.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Right, I do apologise, Daz. I got it wrong, and I said if I ever get it wrong on this show, because I don't know everything, I just seen a comment on one. I'm not saying what group it is, and they was explaining to someone else, and that's how they put it. And I just very stupid. I should have just read up on it. I thought that was the way.
No, you can't. You can't change the wattage on a MOSFET.
No, you can't. Who said that?
Bobby, you can't change the wattage on a MOSFET.
No, not on the MOSFET. Basically, it's a little tiny, smaller than a DNA chip. It's especially now. They used to be quite big, but they're quite small now. They're minute, and basically, it just stops a hard short or basically. It should stop a runaway battery. Well, it won't stop a runaway battery, but it should stop people doing that as much, if you know what I mean, because it will have a limit on it as well. You won't be able to hard short. So if you went down stupidly low, I think the lowest they will go is about 0.1, I think, or 0.2. I think the 0.1.
The easiest way to explain it, Bobby, is say you've got a grenade in this hand with no pin, right? If you fuck up and let go, you blow yourself to bits. Imagine the MOSFET as the pin, and you've just put it back in that grenade. Now you can let go. You've got no worries. You won't blow yourself into a million pieces.
Can I put it a bit simpler?
How it works.
Well, people might boo me or thumbs us all down when I say it. Basically, a MOSFET is to cater for the dickhead.
To sum it all up, yeah.
Basically, if you fuck up, it's more than likely it's going to save you. And that's the thing with the wattage and stuff like that. The ones what are like the DNA chips, the SKs and all of them. See, I've used a mechanical for a long time before. See, they didn't have regulated when I first started vaping. As such. Yeah. And when he did come out, I think the first mod I got, and I thought, wow, 11 watts. Do you know what I mean? And now it's just like 300, 400. They don't, the numbers just don't. Yeah, it's mental. It really is mental. See, that's got a MOSFET. It's got basically it's got a switch underneath. It's got a button underneath, so you press it and it'll fire. So yeah, and it's near enough instant, as you can see.
I never said the MOSFET was regulated, but the it's as Dad says, it's semi-regulated. It semi-regulates the power from the battery, so you don't blow yourself to bits, put bluntly. So in actual fact, you saying it's not regulated, in actually it's semi-regulated, so it does.
Yeah. Oh, what a conversation!
It does regulate.
Yeah, in a way, yes. Yes.
Because Bobby's put it's not regulated like Jamie was saying. I never said it was regulated. I said it was. I said it regulates the power from the battery. I said it's not a mech mod. It's not a mech.
It basically a MOSFET, and it's the same as a mech as well. It's all basically on the build you put in it. So you will get the wattage output or whatever, or the vape you want, depending on your build. So, but with a mech, you can go as low as possible, what you want to be, and put a coat hanger in it, and it'll fire. The MOSFET won't. It won't allow you. It'll go, you're being a dickhead. Don't do that. It's naughty. It's a bit like a babysitter. You can get away with more with a babysitter. But you're still there to say, you can't put your hand in the cookie jar. When it's connected to the electric.
Looks like I need a MOSFET then.
Why? Is it because you fancy one, or because you're calling yourself a dickhead?
Yeah, Neil's basically said something like you sent yours away to have a MOSFET fitted, didn't you?
Yes.
Because it removes the power on a mechanical. It's all in the button, so it removes the power that goes through the button.
What I was noticing basically with this, and I'm not slagging this because this is one awesome mod. I love it to death. With the builds I was doing, I was getting a lot of heat transfer because it's directly. So you was getting the heat from the battery and from the ATI, and I've got a really small, as you're saying, that Hadley gets really hot, as everyone knows. So what happens is it takes the heat from into the switch basically, so it doesn't actually take the heat from the battery. It's all in the switch then, and then obviously it still gets a bit warm, but it's not getting as warm as it was because I chain vape. If someone just literally did a couple of puffs and put it down, you'd never notice it. But because I absolutely hammer it, I was noticing it was getting a bit too warm for me. But it's only because that button is actually directly onto the 510. I've washed that ATI out because someone else had it and everything, but I'm sure he's had chili or something like that. My mouth's on fire.
Shit, he's onto us.
It's not on fire, but you know what I mean. I can taste it. Or he's had shit nick in it. It's got like a peppery sort
Joe said, does the battery last longer? It does.
No.
It doesn't. It's suppose with the heat transfer, if you didn't have one, you were getting a lot of heat transfer. Heat transfer is caused by the connectivity between 2 points. So if you've got the MOSFET in there, and you've lost that connectivity between the positive and the negative of the switch, theoretically it probably does. You're probably losing a lot of battery power with the heat transfer. So, but it's probably unnoticeable. But you probably
no. It'll be bare minimal, but literally the way that was worked, it literally the battery was literally on the switch. Yes, there's an insulator in it to stop obviously arcing and stuff, but it literally you're getting heat off the battery because the battery does get hot because you are putting that battery under. Do you know what I mean? The battery, well, not all the battery gets hot. The top connection where it's pushing volts through, it's going to get warm. So I'm not saying it's gonna. You put your finger on the button, it goes burns your finger off. But no, I've had one like that. But yeah, I just because I vape so much, yes. But this is now great. You can vape this now until the cows come home, and it doesn't matter.
You do know we've gone over.
Oh, I know, because you want
by a quarter of an hour.
Does it really matter?
Nope.
I'm just saying.
Oh, give it up.
Fucking chair, I need a new one.
With his moods.
Oh yeah, it's all right. We're having a go at Nelly now.
Oh, okay.
You just got off that conversation as with his moves. You might want it for.
With his boobs.
I've now overscored.
But you didn't have any. Sorry, my wife thought I'd finished because we was over, so she was like, "Oh, about this?" Because we're going out tomorrow night, so yeah. I'm going tomorrow. That's an idea. What does the chat think? That is it a good idea to go to a school reunion? I'm going to a school reunion. 25 years I haven't seen some of these people.
Depends if your experts are there.
or the school bully.
Yeah. All right, Neil.
No, because you might find out he's now 4 foot nothing, and you tower above him.
All I can remember is they were either too snobby or just looked like trolls. So I didn't really touch many girls at school. I really didn't.
Bobby's putting Osama bin Laden lookalike convention tomorrow, like Neil.
Why are you going to a Milky Bar one with your cowboy out? The Milky Bars are on me.
Who wrote admin changed it? Was that you, Jay?
Yeah.
Makes a change. Cheeky fucker.
I can't. Yeah. Right. I think we should call it a day there. I was trying to explain the difference between MOSFET and Finger. Obviously, I got mixed up, and I do apologise for that. So I'm a bit of a yeah.
just to the Brokeback Mountain convention for all the cock.
Who put that?
Who do you think?
Bobby. I love you, Bobby. I think you should come in hang out now for that. You got to come in hang out. You know what I mean?
All right, come on, let's close this up.
Instead of played on your Space Invaders like you normally do, just come on hang out and say hello, mate.
Well, he can't have any Milky Bar playbacks because he's actually in chat tonight.
Right, it's that on me, lads. Right, thank you very much, and it's great to see more people watching. Please like, subscribe, thumbs us up. Come on to our Facebook page if you're not Dripping Coils on Facebook. Go onto our website. There's a gallery on there. It's drippingcoilsshow.uk. .co.uk, sorry. And yeah, thank you very much, and we'll see you next week. And I might do another build next week for the Pulse 22.
Hopefully a lot tidier than the previous one he's just done.
I don't think it was that bad. It wasn't that bad. Considering I'm under lights and I'm trying to get it quickly done, you know what I mean? Because I like taking my time on my mugs. Right. Now you're making it, try and make it even longer. Go on, Jamie.
All right, yeah, again, thanks for watching, and the people watching tonight. How many we got watching now so
11
far?
now.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Thanks a lot.
I think it peaked about 15, 16.
Yeah, it did.
Please like, subscribe, follow us on Facebook. If you're bored and you want to chat and everything else, come join us in our hangout. The link is on our Facebook page in the pin post. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Same as the other guys said, really. Like, subscribe, share, and we will catch you next week. Same time, 9 PM UK time. Take care. Bye.
Neil, I reckon next week you should make a call using a 12-volt car battery. And a bit of guttering.
Out of Ash's car?
Bit of guttering.
But we won't be able to get close because.
Nah, we could use our smoke machine, Ash.
Yeah, but we can't do that because Ash can't get a parking place, so we won't be able to bring the battery close, you know.
Don't start, Neil.